today. But I wanted to go into some depth tonight. I wanted to go into some detail, which is why I'm doing this now. I didn't want it just to be like a 5-10 video. I don't know how long this video will be actually, but I really wanted to go into some depth today and just talk about the last 30 days I've had in my new business. And it has been an incredible 30 days. It has been, as the title of this video, it has been an emotional roller coaster. I think I've experienced every emotion going this month. It's been extremely tough at times, but at the same time, you know, it's filled me with happiness. It's filled me with fulfillment, joy, energy, just passion. I see why people do this. I see why people go into their own business. Deep down, through all the worry, stress, whatever, it is fun. It is fun. There is a new dynamic to being your own boss and having that control and that, having that control and that leverage and that determination of what you want to do with your time. How you want to behave in every single situation, how you want to behave every single day. I really feel like I'm the architect of what I'm trying to achieve. It's not down to anybody else. It's not down to any other group, any other person. It's down to me. It's my responsibility, and I've really seen that this month. I've really learned some tough lessons this month. Let's go with the emotional roller coaster. So I started the beginning of this journey. Started at the beginning of the month, and I was pumped. I was feeling so good, energized, excited, new adventure, so much to do, big goals to achieve, and I was buzzing, and I was getting so much done. I was being so productive, and you know, I'd identified what it was that I needed to achieve, and that was generating an income. That was going to be the most important thing, was to do the things that was going to generate me an income. And I saw the other side of that this month, of what happens when you don't generate an income. And so I got a lot of stuff sorted. Got very active on social media, which I've enjoyed. Produced a lot of content, which I've enjoyed. I enjoy that content stuff. I enjoy talking about personal development, professional development. But so yeah, started the month very, very high energy, and there was a point in the month. All honesty, open cards with you, I couldn't even do my food shop. There were 2 days I couldn't do my food shop. I couldn't fill my car up with fuel, and I would just, to be honest, I was in total despair. There were tears, there was frustration, there was anger. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how I'd got myself into this situation, and you know, that doubt creeps in. It's like, am I doing the right thing? Should I go back to work? What will people think of me? Will I look like an idiot if I have to leave this and go back to work? And all that fear, that worry, that little voices creep in, and yeah, I was in a hole. I was in an absolute hole. You know, I've never been in a situation before where I haven't been able to afford a food shop or put fuel in my car. Yeah, at times when money's been low, but there's always been enough for basic and standard living. And you know, do you know what? That was just 2 days. That was 2 days, and you know, I saw from that moment that, you know, just how tough it gets for people. I was 2 days without a food shop. You know, I was 2 days without fuel in my car. Come on, in the grand scheme of things, that's no time at all. You know, there are people going for weeks without food. So I realise now, you know, that struggle that they're going through. So I was in despair. I was in this hole. There were tears. There was upset. There was snotty noses. There was questioning myself. It was like, can I do this? Is the right thing? Do I need to go back to work and just accept defeat and come back at this another time? They were the thoughts running through my head. You know, that's the truth. That was what I was thinking. Because I think when you get into that state, the little voice creeps in. You do start to doubt yourself. Human, it's natural. But I was like, I always preach, if you've got a situation, if you've got a problem, you've got to ask yourself, better questions. The same mindset that gets you into a problem isn't going to be the mindset that gets you out of a problem. So with that, I asked myself, right, what do I need to do to get out of this situation? What do I need to do to generate an income? So I got right back on the horse. And through that whole time, there was almost that want to give up. That little voice going, just throw in the towel, Tom. Just throw in the towel. And I'm really glad that there was this. The only way to describe it was like a gut feeling. It was a gut feeling of trust and faith, and it was just like, look, just keep going. Just give it one more day. Just keep going. Just put one foot in front of the other. And I was blasting out motivational videos on YouTube all day. I just had them going constantly because I couldn't leave my own mindset to do what it wanted. I had to hijack it with motivational stuff, motivational music and videos of speeches, because that's what I needed to keep me going and keep the little voice, keep the fears out. And I just had this gut feeling of just trust to just keep going, see where it takes me. And I did. And do you know what? From that faith, from that trust, I brought a new client in. And just like that, it changed my situation, and I got a win-win. I get to work with somebody now. I get to help them get results. I get to see them achieve. I get to do what I love, which is coaching, training. I love that. So now I have that opportunity. It allows me to sort out bills and stuff. So what a turnaround, because I just kept some trust, kept some faith, kept going at it, and I got there. So that's the emotional roller coaster, because then from that I'm in a hole, I bounce right back up. I'm feeling great again. I have all this faith. It's like, no, chill out, Tom. You can do this. The evidence is there. The confirmation is there, right in front of me. Brought in new client. So I know I can do this. I know I'm on the right track. I know I'm doing the right things. So now I have that evidence. Now I have that confirmation, and I can just keep coming back to that. It's like the little voice creeps in, the fears creep in. I go, no, I can do this. I've shown that I can do this. So the biggest success that I can share with you actually is I've managed this month, in the first 30 days, to replace the same income that I had, the same monthly income that I had from working in a job. So I'm in this game for another month. I get to go again. So that's a really great achievement for me. That was the target, to meet my monthly income. So I got there. So that's a huge success for me, and I'm feeling really, really good about that. In fact, I'm over the moon about that. And why wouldn't I be? To go from kind of starting from scratch, really, to get to that point in 30 days, is a fantastic achievement. But what I had to do is I had to work hard for it, and I had to do the things that were going to generate the best results. There's that whole thing of, there's being busy for the sake of being busy, but then there's actually being busy for getting stuff done, doing the tasks that are going to generate results. So I've been networking like crazy this month. I've met so many incredible people, really people who've given me a lot of advice, a lot of help, but also there's opportunities, and we're exploring how I can give back as well, how I can help them. I've been crewing at an event, done a couple of those this month. Loved it, because I love events. I love that energy. It's a high energy environment, like-minded people who want to grow, who want to get better, and I've really enjoyed being a part of that, and I'm going to continue to do that. I've met some wonderful people through that route, and hopefully there's some opportunities down the line that way as well. I wake up each morning with definitely some apprehension, definitely some uncertainty, thinking it's the uncertainty, because it's like everything now, is down to me. It's down to my responsibility. You know, I have to perform. And I just got a great call with a friend, and he said that feeling never really goes away. You always reach a new level. He explained, you know, there's the uncertainty for yourself and creating your own income, but eventually you're going to employ staff, and then there's the uncertainty that you got to generate enough income to pay them as well, because they've got to feed their families, they've got to pay their rent, their mortgage, so you've got to look after them. So there's that apprehension. So the apprehension, that never really goes away, but you just become stronger, you're able to deal with more. A bigger you're able to take more you're able to take bigger challenges and bigger problems on. You can cope with more, you can do more. So I realise that now. I realise the mindset shift and what it needs to become a business owner. I've gone from that employee mindset, gone into the business, and I'm doing stuff, and it's like, why am I doing this? Who else? And what I mean by that is leverage. Why do I have to do this? Why can't I get somebody else to do this? Leveraging different skills. I've done a lot of stuff on social media. I spend quite a bit of set up in the morning, getting set up with social media posts, going out to LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, all this. What I'd actually like to do is I'd just like somebody to be posting that stuff for me. I enjoy creating the content, I enjoy writing the stuff, but to actually have it all posted out there, you know, I could get somebody else to do that for me. That's an idea for the future. That's leverage. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm creating content, but I'm saving myself time. So I'm just starting to think in that mentality. What are the systems that I need to implement? You know, when new clients come on board, what is the series of emails they get? How do I set up an automatic link for them to book calls in, so they get reminders with the call link and all this kind of stuff. So now I'm thinking like that, and I think I'm glad I'm thinking like that now, because there's a common mistake that I hear people make is, when people go self-employed, they end up creating just another job for themselves, where they are then the business. Without them, the business wouldn't be able to operate, because there aren't the systems in place. So the business always needs them in place working. However, with creating systems, you're able to step away from it, because the business can then run without you. So that's how I'm now thinking. I'm getting a lot of ideas for the future on that, but it's stepping stones. It's stepping stones. To employ people, got to create more income. To employ people, you got to be really clear on what their role is. Be really clear on what the system is that they need to follow. And I'm not totally clear on that yet myself. So for me to get somebody else to do it would be a bit of a waste of time, because they'd be asking me, Tom, what do I need to do? And I'll be going, do you know what? Not fully sure myself. So work it out. So then it's a waste of money, really. So I'm not quite at that stage yet, but that is on the horizon. Now I've got more time. Now I've got more thinking space. And what I mean by thinking space is, when I was working, I would go home at night and I'd be thinking, oh my God, I've got to have that deadline ready, or I've got to do that report. So there was always that underlying stress. But I don't feel like I have that with deadlines and stuff now, because I'm setting everything up how I want it to be set up. You know, I don't have to set deadlines for myself. I don't have to give myself that same pressure. I've just lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, thinking space. So I've got more thinking space now. So with that thinking space, I'm creating more ideas. I'm creating more ideas about programs. What programs can I run? What content can I put out there? What's going to be of value to you guys? What are you guys going to get the most from? And I'm a creative person. I'm a very creative person, so I like doing that. I like thinking about how these ideas can go from thought and how they can be implemented. there'd be nothing more fulfilling than having an idea and having it land really well with you guys and you getting a lot of value out of it, really changing your lives. That's like, isn't that like the ultimate process, is having an idea, implementing it, and then it creates massive contribution, creates massive value and impact. Wouldn't that be amazing if that was just happening for everybody all the time in the world? Just constant idea. And isn't that what the greatest ideas and businesses in the world are built on? An idea is sent out there, it solves a problem, it's a solution, and it changes lives, it impacts lives. That's massive. So I'm getting a lot of time to do that, and I'm enjoying that. I love ideas, I love new ideas. What else can I tell you as well? I'm full of hope. I'm full of hope for the future. And this is more a time thing now. There's no such thing as massive overnight success. I realise that this is going to take a year to find the foundations, to get the foundations in place, and strong foundations as well. Then going to be, another 3 to 5 years before things really start to explode and blow up. I mean, explode and blow up in a good way. Really results taking off exponentially. And I'm an impatient person, so that is a challenge for me, but it's one that I'm coming to terms with. It's one I'm getting my head around, that things can't happen straight away. Things are going to have to be tested over a period of time. It's going to take a while for things to set in, to find their feet, for people to understand what I do, for people to trust what I do, for people to go through my coaching programs, for them to get results, for other people to then see those results and get an idea of what is happening and what it can do for you. That takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. So there is a lot of hope for me in the future. There is a lot of hope for you guys, because I know what is going to be coming out to you guys is just going to be, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be brilliant. So in that respect, my headspace is really good. Feeling the hope, feeling excited for what's ahead. For me, I've got to be more proud in myself. Got to recognise myself more, give myself more pat on the back for working hard this month, for achieving some incredible things, for networking like crazy, working hard, crewing at events, looking out for people, adding value. I've really gone for it this month, and got off a coaching call today where I get coached, and something that was coming up was this feeling of emptiness, I suppose. There was a gap somewhere, and the gap was the fact that I hadn't recognised what I had achieved this month. So now I feel so good in being able to jump on this live, share with you how good I do feel, what has happened, and that was the gap because I wasn't recognising it. And that's a dangerous situation. That's why it's so important to celebrate your successes, because you get into that mode and you get into that chase mode, and it's like, there are millionaires, billionaires out there, and they've supposedly got everything in the world, but they're not happy, and they don't realize what it is they do have. They haven't looked back and gone, well, do you know what? I've still got a long way to go, but I've got millions of pounds in the bank. I've got fast cars. I've got a beautiful wife. I've got an amazing house. I'm doing all this stuff. I've got all this amazing stuff around me. And that's what people miss. And they fail to be, it's gratitude. They fail to be grateful. And you know what? That doesn't lead to a happy ending, because you're just chasing money, you're chasing results. And I don't want to do that. I want to get myself to a point where I'm just able to generate the wealth that I want for myself, for my family, future family, but just always giving back, always doing some kind of charity work, contribution work, doing training and events, giving back, helping other people get the results that they want, inspiring them to achieve what they want in life. So I've just become very, very aware all of a sudden of what it is I do, why I'm doing it, my different behaviours, maybe there's a time that I'm procrastinating, or maybe there's the time when I should be having some chill out time and some relaxed time, and I'm feeling guilty because I'm working. So it's those kind of behaviors that I'm picking up on, and it's like, what do I need to do to change that so I can be a more productive, be a more effective person? Work hard when in the times that I've set myself to work hard, and then chill out when I've given myself the time off. Celebrate my successes, be proud of what I'm doing, realize that I've worked hard, but always knowing that everything can be stepped up a gear. I believe that, I really do. I think even we reach a level, we work hard, and I always think you can go to the next level. You can't do, if you're working kind of down here, if this is your hard work, if this is your level of hard work at a moment in time, it's going to be very, 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 very difficult to suddenly go all the way up to here in terms of hard work. However, you get to this level and it's like, right, I'm at this level now, so this is the next step. This is the next jump for me. I'm at this level now. You get used to that. You're able to do more hard work. You get to the next level, so on, so on. And sooner, over a period of time, maybe 2, 5 years, 10 years, you've gone from this level of thinking this is how hard you work and thinking you're giving it your all, to actually being up here and realizing that this is your give it all mode. But yeah, as I said, that takes time. Hey, look, this 30 days has been full of challenges. It's been full of mistakes. It's been full of successes, big wins. It's been full of amazing people. It's been full of amazing development and growth. I couldn't have asked for a better start. I really couldn't. And that, do you know what? That's not all down to me, because there are people in my life who have helped me out this month. One of those, was somebody did a food shop for me when I was struggling. When, at the lowest of the month, they sorted me out with a food shop. How cool is that? I mean, that's friendship. That's having a good support network around you. That's having a good group of friends. And the funny thing is, in years' time, when we're sipping cocktails on a beach, having a good time, we'll be able to laugh about these moments. We'll be able to laugh about these moments when we were struggling and going through the tough times, because they don't last forever. And I think it was Eric Thomas who said, pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, it may last for an hour, it may last for a year, but eventually it subsides, it goes away. However, if you quit, pain will last forever. And that's where I'm going to leave it tonight. Because I think in the moment where I was ready to maybe quit and throw in the towel, I wouldn't let myself do that, because I knew the repercussions of that. I would be in pain, I'd be suffering for the rest of my life if I would quit. And I couldn't do that to myself. And you know what? That's me being selfish. My mission to teach, inspire, motivate people globally to reach their highest performing potential, if I quit, all those people, those thousands of people around the world who I want to help, they don't get my help. If they're not getting my help, maybe they're not getting the opportunity or the mindset shift or the personal, professional development they need to change their life, because I quit. So not only am I causing myself a lot of pain, suffering, I'm also letting a lot of people around the world down. I'm letting them down too, and that just becomes selfish, and I can't do that. So that's why I have to keep going with this mission. That's why I have to keep going after it. And just, even as one of my mentors, Blair Singer, says, just stand in the heat. Just stand there, take it, push through it, get through to the other side. It is life. It's not as simple as black and white. There are human emotions, all of this involved, but whatever happens, you just have to keep going. So yeah, awesome guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching these 30 days. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for your support. Thanks for taking the time just to watch these. And I really hope you've learned something from it. I hope through one of the videos there might have been a snippet of information which maybe just put a bit more certainty for you. Maybe leaving your job is something that you've wanted to do for a while. Maybe me just kind of telling you about the truth of how it's been, maybe that just makes you feel a little bit more certain. Knowing that you're going to come against some challenges, but actually the plus side of it all, the positives of it all are going to far outweigh that. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching, guys. Looking forward to just doing more value content videos for you now, teaching you new stuff about personal development, helping you with business development as well. Awesome, guys. All the best. That is me for day 30 of 30 for me and Mindset. My first 30 days in business. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon.